Hello, welcome back to Ballroom Feed. Today we're going to be talking about wedding dances. So the question is, should you have choreography for your wedding first dance? So basically there's two different ways you could structure your first dance. So you could do it step-by-step choreography, which means you're going to have a step for every count of the dance, very specific, very structured. The other option is to have a set of patterns and then you organically lead and follow these patterns throughout the music, okay? So let's talk about some pros and cons of each. So choreography, the pros are it's very structured and there's no guessing going on. So your teacher or us, whoever you decide to have choreograph this, maybe yourselves if you're qualified to do so, you're gonna have literally from count number 1 until the end of the song or whenever you decide to end the music, you're gonna have a specific step or set of moves going with the music every step of the way. So the good news is it's very structured and there's no guessing involved, as well as it can go with the music very, very easily, and it's always gonna have kind of the crescendos that the music has. So it goes probably a little bit better with the music if you have step-by-step choreography. The bad things about choreography is it can be a little bit stressful. So it means if you miss a count or you miss a step on a certain part of the choreography, sometimes it can be detrimental, or if your partner forgets and then it gets a little bit hairy because you're partner dancing. So that can be a little bit stressful, especially if you're not maybe experienced in the dancing or if you don't have as much time before your wedding. So those two things can be a reason why you might not want to go with choreography. So on the other hand, leading and following is a little bit different. So what I mean is, typically within each dance style, there's like a set of moves that you can learn. So for example, in the rumba, you could learn the box step, the walk around turn, the open break and underarm turn, and those are different moves. So you could learn each set of moves, and there's a way that you can lead and follow this without necessarily having a combination already set. So what this does is it allows more flexibility. It has a light structure, but it's not so specific like choreography that if you miss a step or forget maybe what comes next, it's not the end of the world. On top of that, you're building a skill. What's hard about having choreography for the wedding first dance is you do that choreography, it's probably beautiful, amazing, and then when it's over, you don't really have a skill. So you don't really have any knowledge of leading and following, you don't really learn a dance, so it's kind of stuck after that routine, it's kind of done and that's it. Whereas when you learn how to lead and follow and you learn a set of steps, now you can dance it to different kinds of music. You can change up the moves if you decide to continue learning different styles. Now you know how to dance together and lead and follow, which translates very well into different styles, even if you learn one specific style for your wedding first dance. So that's why I usually recommend trying the leading and following version rather than the choreography, especially if you're on the fence and you don't know. So what you can do with the leading and following as well is come up with a general idea of maybe like, we're gonna do this move and this move on this part of the music, but if it's not exactly on count 1, it's totally fine, not the end of the world, and then the follower knows to just kind of go with the flow. So those are kind of my pros and cons of each one. Whether or not you should do one versus the other is how comfortable you feel like you are with picking up choreography and sticking to it. Or maybe some people want a little more structure and it stresses them out, especially for the followers if they don't know what's coming next all the time. So kind of discuss with each other what you find more comfortable, and then you can go from there. And if you have any questions further on whether or not you think you should do choreography versus leading and following, or if you want us to further on this topic, please don't be afraid to comment it down below and we'll answer any of those questions that you have. That being said, be sure to like and subscribe for more content, and don't forget to check out our website, ballroomfeed.com, where we have a whole wedding section for you. We have 4 different slow dance styles that you can choose from. We have custom choreography options if that's the route you're going, and we also have a few curated choreographies to specific songs already up. So be sure to check that out, and without further ado, we'll see you in the next video. Bye!